Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video, we are going to solve this nice math algebra problem. And here we have a plus 1 into a plus 2 into a plus 3 into a plus 4 equals to 120. And here we find the value of a. So here you remember one thing is that our a must be an real number. So, in order to move further, first we rearrange all these order pairs in this way. If we add the pair of these values, if we add any two values, then we get the same answer. Okay, it means that if we add 1 plus 2 and we add 3 plus 2, it will gives us the same value. Then we arrange all these factors in this way. So if we add 1 and 2, you will get here 3, and if we add 3 plus 4, you will get here 7. So it cannot be same answer. So if we add 1 plus 4, it will becomes 5, and if we add 2 plus 3, it will becomes 5. So we rearrange this order pair, because 1 plus 4 is 5 and 2 plus 3 is 5. So we combine this order pair with this one and this order pair with this one. So now we have a plus 1 into a plus 4 into, we have a plus 2 into a plus 3 equals to 120. And now in the next step we multiply these factors and these factors as well. So when we multiply this a on both of the factors, then we get a square plus 4a, and we multiply 1 on both factors and we get a plus 4. And similarly we multiply these two order pairs and we get here a square plus 3a plus 2a plus 6, and this whole equals to 120. And now in the next step, here we add or subtract the like terms, and we have a square plus 4a plus a becomes 5a, and here you have 4, and we write this 4 as 5 minus 1. Okay, and after that we add these values and we have a square plus 5a, and here we have 6 and we write it as 5 plus 1, and this whole equals to 120. So the reason to break this 4 is that if we write this 4 as 5 minus 1 and we write this 6 as 5 plus 1, so that we have these terms on both of these factors becomes same when we break this 4 and 6 in this way. So that here we take a square plus 5a plus 5 equals to x. So when we take x equals to a square plus 5a plus 5, then the above two factors will becomes in this form, because we take this equals to x and it will becomes x minus 1, and this will becomes x plus 1, and this whole equals to 120. So here we use the nice square identity, and you know about this identity. If we have a square minus b square, it is equals to a minus b times of a plus b. So we use this nice formula on the left hand side, and it will be written as x square minus 1 square equals to 120. And you know that 1 square equals to 1, so we move this minus 1 to the right hand side, and it will be written as x square equals to 120 plus 1, and it will becomes 121. So that here we take square root on both of the sides, and you get the value of x equals to plus minus 11. And now we break this in two cases. So first we write the positive value, which is x equals to plus 11, and here we write the negative value, in which we have x equals to minus 11. So now we back substitute the value of x. So here you have x equals to a square plus 5a plus 5. So we put this value on both of these cases, and you get a square plus 5a plus 5 equals to 11. And in this case we have a square plus 5a plus 5 equals to minus 11. And now we move this 11 in the left hand side, and it will be written as a square plus 5a plus 5 minus 11 equals to 0. And now we simplify this quadratic equation, and we have a square plus 5a minus 6 equals to 0. So here this will becomes quadratic equation in standard form, and I will make the factors of this equation. So that here we need any two numbers whose product is minus 6 and whose sum is plus 5. So the numbers are a square plus 6a minus a. So here when we multiply 6 by minus 1, then we get minus 6, and when we add 6 and minus 1, then we get here plus 5, and this minus 6 equals to 0. So that here we take common a from the first two factors, and we get a plus 6, and here we take common minus 1, and we get a plus 6 equals to 0. So and now here you see that we have a plus 6 be the common factor, and we get a minus 1, and this whole equals to 0. So now we divide this in two cases. So our first case is we write a plus 6 equals to 0, and the second is we write a minus 1 equals to 0. So that in the first case you have a equals to minus 6, and in this case you have a equals to 1. So in the first case we get two values of a. So first is minus 6 and second value is 1. So these are the first two real solutions of the given equation. And now we move towards the second case, and this is the our second case. And here first we move this minus 11 in the left hand side, and we get a square plus 5a, and plus 5 plus 11 becomes 16, and this whole equals to 0. So because in this question we need only real solutions, so now first we check is this quadratic equation has real roots or not. So here we use the discriminant formula, because discriminant formula tells us about the real roots or imaginary or complex roots. So that here first we write the coefficients of this equation, and we have a equals to 1, b equals to 5, and c equals to 16, and discriminant formula will be written as b square minus 4 times of ac. So here we put the value of b, and it is 5 square minus 4 times of 1 into 16, and you know that 5 square becomes 25, and 4 times of 16 equals to 64. So when we subtract 25 minus 64, then we get minus 39. So that here our delta is minus 39, and it is less than 0. It means that this quadratic equation does not have real root. So here we just write no real root. So if it has no real roots, then we will reject it this case, and we have only two real solutions, and these are minus 6 and 1. And this is the final answer, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.